So this December, I had my first interview for a job after graduation. It was with the Admiral of the Navy's nuclear propulsion program. I was a little nervous. I'd never had an interview before, and this one came with a set of rules. When you enter the Admiral's office, you wouldn't touch the door. You wouldn't shake his hand. You wouldn't move the chair. You would just sit down. He wouldn't tell you when the interview was over, so you'd have to judge by his body language when it was time to get up and, not touching the door, leave the room. I'd also heard some folklore about these interviews. Apparently the first admiral of the program would interview his applicants in a room where the sole source of light was a single light bulb hanging between him and the applicant. He'd also have him sit in a chair whose front 2 legs were 2 inches shorter than the back 2 legs, just to see how they react. While I was waiting for my interview in December, that very chair with the front 2 legs 2 inches shorter than the back 2 legs was there on display. So I entered my interview. I entered the Admiral's office, and I said, "My name is Sarah Hansen. I'm a senior at Gettysburg College studying physics. I'm from Cumberland, Maine, and I'm applying for the Nuclear Surface Warfare Officer position." And I sat down. The first question he asked me, "What is the opening line of the Gettysburg Address?" Now, as a physics major applying for a nuclear engineering position, it wasn't exactly the question I was expecting. But lucky that I was taking a Civil War class at the time, I replied, 7 years ago. He asked me what that meant. I said how it related somehow to the founding of the country and the time from then to the Gettysburg Address. So he asked me, "What is a score?" I had absolutely no idea what a score was, but I was able to do some quick thinking and a little math, and in case you're ever asked during an interview, a score is 20 years. But then he asked me, "How do you consider yourself a leader?" At this point, I was about halfway through the leadership program here at Gettysburg, so I had some time to reflect on how I was a leader on campus. So I explained how I was on the women's golf team, I was the captain of the women's golf team, and I was hopefully going to lead us towards our 7th straight Centennial Conference championship, and hopefully qualifying us for the national championship again in Houston, Texas. And I left the interview, but I felt like I left something on the table. I hadn't articulated my leadership capabilities to the full ability and the full extent that I could have. So this semester, I made it my goal to be a more articulate and outspoken leader, to lead not just by example, but by encouraging others to be the best they could be. And the best way for me to do this was on the golf team. I pushed the girls on the team, and I've never seen them work harder. They were competitive, they were tenacious, they had the desire and will to win. Every day and every tournament we had, I would give them a note card with some quotes from Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, an inspirational quote to get all of us on the same page and common mindset. We'd make goals. How many team birdies would we have? How many team pars would we have? What was our team score going to be? And throughout the semester, we saw our records break one after another after another. We seemed unstoppable. We held each other accountable for never giving up, because we weren't just playing for ourselves. We were playing for each other, and we were playing on a team. Over the semester, I began to see that leadership isn't always this finely manicured Augusta National fairway. Sometimes you have to go off course a little bit before you find the green. But I am so proud to say that our team this past weekend did excellent at the conference championships, and we will be playing in the NCAA championship this May. Thank you. I also began to realize how important leadership is going to be for my future life, future career, and how important articulating my leadership skills are going to be, as well as helping others to succeed. And I know that's just going to be instrumental as this summer I attend Officer Candidate School for the United States Navy. So thank you.